Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream by yours truly, Aziz Draws. Last night, I was able to make progress on the background of this illustration. Added a little bit more shading on the Green Ranger, gave him some ambient occlusion, as they say. So today we're going to keep developing, keep processing the midground, cliff they're standing on, just to give it more detail, make it congruent with the rest of the piece. And probably going to be a relatively short stream, like not as long as the ones before. Maybe like 3 hours, give or take. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can make in terms of progress in those 3 hours. What are Power Rangers and how did they lose a galaxy? They didn't lose the galaxy, but somebody did. They found the lost galaxy. Smoothing some of this. zoom out. I want to see this whole thing. What's up, Saeed? Welcome to the stream. Need more Jungle Fury rep, not gonna lie. Right now, I'm watching Operation Overdrive. So, Jungle Fury is the next season after that. So, if I mess with it, I'll probably try. Yash, I think is how you say it. Sorry if it's not. 17, welcome to the stream. I just wanted to smoothen out some of those grass blades. Kind of want to add more definition to it. Like, sorry. Maybe I use Think Wash Brush to do so. Speak, thank you. Appreciate you. There's something I want to try before I forget it. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't. Just have to see it. Let's see if adding highlights to the So Wolverine, welcome to the stream. But I must be playing Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals. That's a really good drawing. Your anatomy skills are crazy. Thank you. It's just Lou. I appreciate that. Naturally. No way are you singing Shadow's theme song. Man, bump it, bro. Put in put in Demon King Piccolo and Dead by Daylight. That's true. They did do that. Breakers or what? That's a pretty good idea though, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they had Cell as one of the monsters because in real life it probably is genuinely terrifying to meet Cell. Especially in that form, in perfect Cell. Alright, Lines and Coke. You know. What character? Uh Luffy chill, but I ain't got that much love for him, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep. Okay, that's all I'm to do to the helmets. Let's return to the grass. Yeah, man, I sent you a request in Discord. I want to talk to you. Was that the one I saw earlier? I wasn't sure who that was. I'm very reluctant to accept friend requests just because you get this like so many like scam accounts on Discord. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Yeah, accidentally double linked. Mm-hmm.
When was the last day to cancel his first reservation?
I think it was the 7th. Yeah, what? Soaked. Witness Aziz is drawing grass. Yes, yes, I am. Welcome to the stream, Incarnate. Hope your day is going okay. When you gonna draw that OC again? The one that messes up images of himself and fought the Avengers? I didn't know Miscoded fought the Avengers. That's crazy lore. That's a good question though. I should probably draw him very soon. Um, and I have incentive to do so. There's a convention that I signed up for November called NecoCon, and they have an interesting rule. They actually want artists to have at least 50% original art. And while I do have a decent amount of original art, I would like to make some new original art. And Miscoded is one of the characters I would like to draw again. Uh, so we'll be, I would say, be on the lookout. It may appear sooner than later. Oops,
Ah, yes, there we go. That explains all the it's missing areas here.
Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Always loved your style and your vision. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Um, I heard one of the Rangers pawned their sword. Oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine the Lost Galaxy Rangers pawning off one of these sabers. I'm curious as to who would be the most likely to do it, though. Like, if one of these Rangers was to pawn off their saber, I wonder who would it be. Which one was the most well off? Um, who was the most well off in this season? Um, hmm. I don't know. Like, none of them really give off like super wealthy vibes. Damon here was like he was like engineer maintenance for the ship, so we know he's employed at least. Um, Kai and Mike went up here. They were both part of the crew for the space colony. So I'm guessing they're getting government funding, maybe. Who knows? Maya's definitely the least well off because, well, for one, she's technically alien because she's from a different planet, and her customs are more in tune with like nature and like they don't have, I don't know, like her society's not super into money just yet. Capitalism has not um poisoned their culture. So like she didn't even know about like birthday cakes. Right? Like she didn't even know about that tradition. They don't celebrate birthdays. Where's she from? But Leo is the brother of Mike, and he technically snuck his way onto the ship, so he doesn't get employed until after the fact. And then Kendricks also works for them as their I think she's a tech expert. I could be wrong though. I forget. Um, so Maya, even though she's probably the one that's the least well off, she also wouldn't pawn off the saber because she knows the importance of the saber. Like the sabers come from her planet, Miranoi, and so she knows about like the legend and like the stories that are told about it. So she wouldn't even dare sell it, right? She wouldn't even dare. I know Kai, he's more of a by the book person. He don't really I don't get the impression that he would sell off something. Uh, Maybe Leo. Leo probably could sell. Yeah, I mean Leo's a pretty heroic dude, but he does also like to bend the rules just a smidge. Not a whole lot, just a smidge. Like rules do not bind him to the same degree that it would Kai. So I guess it's a toss up between Leo and maybe Damon. I don't know. I don't think he would sell it either. But if someone were to sell it, probably be one of those two guys. What if the book says Caillou broke Frigg, dude? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's something he would have to deal with for sure. I don't know if I don't know if he would be able to. Well, he probably would be able to cope with it, but you know, I mean, be a little bit difficult at first. You know what I'm saying, be a challenge for sure. Mm-hmm. Something that would help. Slow and steady wins the race, they say. I don't know. You never know until you upload the final piece. Oh, my my interview that I had I think it was like last month. They published it on their site. So I guess now I can say I have an article where I get interviewed. They were asking about my process drawing the Teen Titans piece from way back. It was like 2022. But they saw the drawing because Cartoon Network reposted it. Um, so they shot me an email some time back and they were like, "Hey, you want to do an interview?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was a written interview, so I didn't have to like verbally talk. I just had to answer questions. It felt very much like a school essay. Mhm. Actually, it wouldn't look like that. It would have one light.
But the other one you have, that one. Yeah, that's what we did. It won't slip down either.
Keep forgetting it's graduation season. It is May. Well, graduation for like college students. I think the high school stuff happens a little later. Still kind of grossed out that my first year of college was 11 years ago. Your mom graduated. Yeah. How long have you been working on this? At least 2 weeks. Because I think this is part 13. Yeah, it's part 13, so it's been about 2 weeks. I saw the Chainsaw Man movie yesterday, and it got me thinking: when you gonna draw the Art Devil? Uh, Devil? The chances of me drawing something from Chainsaw Man are incredibly low. I haven't even watched any of it. I probably won't either. Um, I don't know. There's just enough themes in there where it's like, I'll pass. I'll never say it's bad or anything though, because I mean the very few clips I've seen people share, it's like okay, clearly effort has been put into this show, so I won't knock it there. But it's like, it's just not my thing. I don't know. I figured it'd be a cool little scene. I don't know much about it. Just seen the movie in like maybe 3 episodes. Yeah. I remember hearing some people were complaining about the ending of the series. I don't know anything about said ending, but um, I don't know. Recently, there's just been this track record where people complain about the ending of a manga, and then it turns into the anime, like they adapt it into the anime, and then the ending's not that bad. So I don't know. I'm slowly not taking anybody who says a manga's ending is not great seriously anymore, just because there's been a few times now where people were like, "This anime ending or this manga ending sucks," and then it doesn't, and I'm like, "Oh,
Bro,
you just didn't like it." But
what you think of
it
my
is.
$17 jeans that mom got?
It's a nice color.
Look up.
Bell bottoms.
And it's flexible.
Yeah, I don't even like buying pants that aren't a little elastic now. Too many horror stories of just my pants just not staying intact. People don't want anything other than their own headcanon. Oh yeah, like I think that's part of it, yeah, because you're reading a story for so long, you're like especially if you're reading it as it's being released, right? You have a lot of time to really think about the story and like the potential outcomes and um, how it could all end up. And by that point, your interpretation of the story is going to be different from the author's. So it's just like, eh. But I don't know. Welcome to the stream, Demi. Fans failing in Chicago. Literally, bro. I was like, how is this even happening right now? It was just insane. I was like, there's no way, bro. Fortunately, I had my jacket with me, so I could just like freaking cover it up so I don't lose aura while I'm there. You know how much aura loss that is? Ripped pants. You can accidentally get into what do they call it? You could actually get into negative aura points that way. You could be in aura deficit. Never be in aura deficit. It's not a good look. Fortunately, at the convention there was a wear pants is a harsh aura loss. Yes, bro. Fortunately, there was a vendor that was selling pants. They were selling like clothes, mostly t-shirts, but they had pants, and I was like, let me just grab those, please. I didn't care how much it cost. I didn't care if it was a little too big. I just needed something to wear other than those pants. The hotel was too far. The hotel was like um 7 minute drive, so I can't walk that. And the day was about to start with selling. Call this man SpongeBob. But you know, all is resolved. I now have a pair of Pokemon pants. I don't even like Pokemon like that. You know, it is what it is. Because all the other pants they had was just like, it was like that typical um graphic pop culture like pants design where it's just like an overbearing graphic of a character or some just like a tacky placement of elements. I was just like, eh. But the Pokemon one was okay because it was like all it said was "I choose you," and then the Pokeball was on next to the text, and I was like, okay, this is simple enough to where I won't feel slightly embarrassed wearing this. I don't know what it is, like graphic clothing, or what's the word looking for? Licensed clothing has that issue. Like I remember I'd always go to like back in the day when Sears was still a thing, going in there and seeing all like the graphic tees for the kids and stuff. Um, and like some of them were cool, some of them were just like that one drawing of Spider-Man I've seen like time and time again on virtually everything. And it's just like, oh, cool. Another another version of this drawing placed on a graphic haphazardly. Um, Question is Samurai slash Shinkenja or Super Mega Force Go Kaija on your list to illustrate? Um, I'm leaning more towards Go Kaija because people asked me about it last time. I haven't had as many people request Shinkenja slash Samurai, but people have asked about it. Um, so I'm not entirely sure. Uh, oh yeah, thinking about Go Kaija. I'm thinking of actually watching Go Kaija first because I only seen bits and pieces of Super Mega Force. Um, but it seems like Go Kaija seems to be the better quality version of the show. So I think I'd rather watch that. Get to know more about Captain Marvelous and gang and all them. So maybe that'll be one of the drawings where I deliberately make it a Sentai drawing as opposed to a Power Rangers drawing. Like like what I did with Dairanger. Dairanger is like intentionally one of the few Sentai drawings I have. Uh, but yeah, that's where I'm thinking right now when it comes to those two seasons. Some people ask for Jungle Fury too. Um, I haven't watched Jungle Fury in its entirety. I've only seen like the first episode or two, so I have to look at that as well. Not gonna lie, at least 75% of clothes you can buy at conventions is not it. Yeah, like I don't know. Some of them are just so like tacky, bro. I don't know what it is. Like none of them appeal to me for real. There's that like then there's that one table that sells like that techwear or like the um like super concentrated text graphics and stuff all over the clothing, and sometimes it looks cool, sometimes it's a little bit much. Um and even those I'm reluctant to purchase. Like even I'm reluctant to get bad as well. So it's like I don't know. Um that's why it was so cool to see Anime Gear Guru pop up in the convention scene because it was like, oh look, these guys are making clothes that um, do make reference to the animes and shows they represent, but it's at least uh, in a fashion that is like desirable. Like I would like to wear this jacket in public. You feel me? Like it's not that wearing the anime merch is cringe. It's just that the way they put the anime reference on the shirt is cringe. You can make an anime licensed merch look good. You can make it something that people would actually want to wear. Tech wear looks cool in the combat, in real world it's hard to pull off. Yeah, yeah. Like it looks kind of out of place in general settings. You need more like you need like a more nuanced approach towards that kind of thing for me. Like that kind of clothing, that kind of clothing looks like the clothes you wear when you're intending to take photos. It doesn't look like clothing you would want to wear like publicly, casually. It looks like something you would wear for the sole purpose of taking a photo of it. It looks good on photos. I don't know how good it looks in real life, in a real world setting. If that makes any sense, I don't know if I'm making sense with that. Some fits look good, in public setting. Like somebody walks by and you're like, oh, it looks pretty good, and then there's some fits that look good when you're taking photos of it, but not necessarily in real time. I heard some shoes are like that as well. Like some shoes just don't look great in photos, but then you see the shoes in person and it's like, oh, that's not too bad. Um, you know, um, let's see. Hmm. What you mean? Hmm. I saw that, which is crazy because initially it looked like he was pretty booked for June. Um, so that's a bit of a bummer. Well, I guess the question you should ask yourself is Roman the only thing you're really interested in looking for at that show? Like, if Roman doesn't show up, would you still find value in watching that episode? Like, are there other wrestlers you'd want to see? So, I mean, there's a decent number of people you can still watch. I'm sure Seth Rollins will be there. Seth Rollins likes to show up when he's not. Hmm. When he's healthy, he'll pull up. Ain't Oba on Raw? I did not. I remember seeing it pass by on my feed. Might look at that later. Yeah, Otis is a big dude. I mean, he not the easiest pushover. she had that whole hmm, interesting. Yeah, sometimes they'll try something out and it doesn't work, so they just go back to what they were doing before. Um, yeah, they like to retcon things and reset. I'm gonna head out. It's looking really good so far. Thank you, Demi Sanween. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, yeah, the Kofi thing is a bit crazy. Um, his wife saying no. His work wife. Man, yeah, I'm curious as to where they'll go from now. Probably, yeah. I mean, because I mean, there's still value in that show. You might as well have, you might as well go anyway. Um, it does suck that he's not showing up if they're gonna be uh certain with that decision of theirs. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on with that company, bro. It's just a lot of things that they're doing where, yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now. I keep hearing I keep hearing about this 50% pay cut somebody took, which, which is crazy. 50% pay cut is crazy, bro. I remember AJ Styles left TNA because of that. Like AJ Styles, yeah, he said the main reason as to why he left was because not only did a bunch of other big name stars in TNA leave during that time, but they were running low on money. Like this is during the era where like TNA was starting to like lose their steam, and they requested AJ Styles to take like a significant cut. It was either 45 or 50% of his original like pay. And he was like, "Nah, I can't do that." And that's when he left TNA and moved to New Japan and joined Bullet Club and Gang. So it was like it's kind of crazy. That's how that happened. They did not want to pay him. They're developing that whole storyline where she's like, right. Mm-hmm. What, like Unreal? WWE's kind of in this weird phase where they know that we know how the business kind of works, so they play into that. They try to like make things feel more authentic by making wrestlers say things that sound off the cuff or sound like they're not supposed to say it. When in reality, they got the green light to say it. They're like, no, we want you to sound like controversial. We want you to sound like you're not enjoying what's happening right now. Hmm. Right, right. Oh wow. Hmm. They're married. Hmm. How, yeah. Matt Cardona. Man finally fulfilled his dreams of returning to the WWE. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, is that when his contract ends? Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, anytime I see him on AEW, he seems to be pretty big in the program. Like he's definitely on top of the card. So it's like they definitely value his presence on that show. he got into some scuffle with one of the wrestlers. I know one of them was what's his name? It's he used to go by Jungle Boy, but that's not his name anymore. Yeah. Uh I forget his name, dang. But yeah, he had an altercation with him. There's video footage of it where he literally like you see him like shove him and like I think put him in a chokehold. Yeah. And it was probably because something he probably said something in the punk that like set him off. Um it was a bit of time between when he got fired and when he joined WWE. If I remember correctly, he said in an interview that uh he was like chilling at home and basically WWE called him about it uh like what are you up to at the moment, and he's like I'm fired, I ain't doing much. I ain't doing much. um and they were discussing like, hey, there's like this very brief window of time we're thinking that you could pull up like in WWE like during Survivor Series because you know it's your hometown and it'd be a nice surprise. This interview was between him and O'Shea Jackson Jr. Um, and he was talking about how like literally they had to come up with a contract and like review it within about 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. Yeah, like it happened so quickly. It happened in a few days. And yeah, there was no way to spoil him coming up because it happened so quickly. It happened day of. Um, so yeah. Hmm. I know in his indie circuit he was Malachi Black. I think that's his name. Oh yeah. Like he started wrestling I think at the age of like 13. So yeah, he's really young, but he's surprisingly pretty experienced just because of how early he started. Hmm. Yeah, tag teams. Hmm. It's a bit of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know what their goals are for this company at the moment. Hmm. Yeah, he's been running that. Cena is my idol gimmick for a while. I mean, probably. He probably don't mind it. Hmm. But like as a guest or something, just like oh, like hosting. He did say he was gonna be involved with the product, in some way, shape, or form. So this is probably it. That'd be cool. Hmm. Is he in a tag team match or something? It was. They said it was somebody. Somebody on Twitter was like somebody that likes money or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, he's got plenty of gray hair already. Like last time we saw him, he had a full head of hair that was gray. So it's like, how much older is that man now? Yeah, freaking tore his quad like 2, 3 years ago during a segment. Um, yeah, maybe it's genetic. I don't know. Something about it, he's torn his quad, I think, twice at least. Yeah, that'd be insane. I knew about the pay cuts, but I didn't know about the pay raises. Huh. Yeah, that sounds kind of gnarly. Not gonna lie. What's Cody doing? What's his segment? Not with the audio on. I heard it was funny. So many, there's so many clips that go through my feed. I love your work. Honestly, I'd love to do a project with you. I do have a commissions tab on my website. So if you want to check out my website, azizdraws.com/commission. You can check out and see if collaboration is possible. The WWE. I love double E. uh, don't know why they did that deal, bro. We would. ESPN happened after the Netflix deal, so it was we went from Netflix in January, and we still had all of the PLEs on Peacock. Um, then I guess whatever deal they have with Peacock. I mean, you can still watch some stuff from WWE on Peacock, like the like Saturday Night Main Event because it's NBC. But all the PLEs that used to be on Peacock are now on ESPN Plus. So you know you have to watch you have to watch Raw on Netflix. You have to watch NXT on CW. You have to watch the PLEs on ESPN Plus. You have to watch Saturday Night Live Main Event on Peacock. You got to watch SmackDown on USA Network. Um, it's insane. And you got to watch Triple A on YouTube. Yeah, it's just the different deals they have. They're trying to stretch their money, trying to get as many deals out there to get as many people on the show. Yeah, ESPN is like yeah, pretty much all the major sports. Basketball, baseball, uh might see a bit of football on there. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you could probably just um change your location. Like which channel was broadcasting it? Yeah, a lot of the Raw episodes used to be on Peacock. Um, a lot of the Raw and SmackDown episodes were on Peacock. I don't even think they're on there anymore though, which is unfortunate. But I honestly do not know which means are available for watching previous episodes, like from way back when, because it's all over the place now. You can have grass just like this. Oh, let's improve some of the silhouettes here for the grass, so it doesn't look so undercooked. Um, hmm. Yeah, it was their own streaming service, and they had virtually everything. Yeah, that's where you could watch all the. Yeah, it no longer exists.
Okay.
It's a healthy. So all of the ruthless aggression era, all of the PG era, insane. Hmm. Yeah, it's younger than Raw by that much. Yeah, it's oh 07. So yeah, ruthless aggression era ends in 08. Yeah, I mean back in the day, streaming services weren't a thing, so they would just release episodes and PLEs. Yeah, they used to release home stuff of it. I actually remember them advertising like home releases. Their Vault channel is actually pretty good. It has a lot of cool behind the scenes footage. If you want to see Undertaker out of character in the '90s, you can go to WWE Vault. See him do silly stuff as the Undertaker. Yeah. Hmm. I think they also show there's another channel that has a lot of WCW stuff, like older episode matches and things like that. Mm. Mm. Yeah, it's not the most intuitive experience. I mean, shoot, somebody might be a completionist. Who knows? Way too long. There's not only is it more, but each episode of Raw and SmackDown are they vary between like 30 minutes to 3 hours. Like that's the range we're talking about here. Like there was an era where Raw was maybe an hour's time. There was an era where it was 2 hours. There's an era where it was 3 hours. So it's like there's a lot. No, like early Raw episodes, I think they were like an hour and a half, maybe even less than that. Like super early Raw, like mid 90s, and then late 90s Raw started to hit like the 2 hour mark. Um,
Why you over? You over
Um,
later.
mhm.
Nah, remember, I had it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a bit rough to try and squeeze all of your roster into a 2 hour time slot. Um, 3 hours gives them more time to flesh out like the
No
number of
coffee.
people that show up. But
Been once in
Yeah.
a while I'll take coffee, but I don't.
mhm. I don't want to be anywhere near that man's body. He might react in a way you don't expect. Oh, Tanner, look at your hands, man. Turn around. No, I could have sworn I was. If the world finds out my skin color, I'll get over it. Deal with it. Oh, their unity is at the expense of another ethnicity. All the former former hatred and racism they had for each other, they redirected it. It's like the hateocracy. He said, "Now we hated each other from the very beginning, but we hated everybody else even more." Crisis averted. He's not Japanese. He's Laotian. Ain't you, Mr. Cop? To hear a southern white man in his late 70s or older tell you the exact ethnicity you are is horrifying. And for it to not be like the common ones that everybody knows, for him to say Laotian, yeah, yeah, that's terrifying. that's that's scary, bro. That's horrifying, bro. Why does he know that? Why does he know about Laos? Why does he know about that? Oh, goodness gracious. That'll do it. They're not the target. They're not the target. They're just the unfortunate casualty. I can just hear them going, please stop. Insane. Actually insane. Oh my goodness. Things not going off is insane. It's like a volcano that hasn't erupted in centuries. It's like, when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Why you say F me for? At the downsides of it. Who is this?
I don't know.
She's on your feed.
But look at he hitting that. Is he not hitting that?
A little zesty, if you ask me.
They made it a sticker.
Was that a Senegalese?
Mm-hmm. That's just me, but whenever Senegalese men, they always just when they dance.
Well, music is a pretty massive aspect of Senegalese culture.
What? When did you limbling? Why are you limbling? You are a grown man, and you're limbling.
Okay.
Limble at dance hall? Yes.
Well, limba is it's essentially twerking. It's the Senegalese version of twerking. Yeah, it's like the roots are older, but they are there. Like it's the precursor to twerking. It's too it's overly provocative. That style of dancing, like twerking and or anything similar to it, it's just too provocative. It's like it's too in your face. It's like, oh, you just want to engage in this activity and you're taunting me about it. Yeah, like you're literally you're just taunting at this point. It's just it's like okay, literally. There's no nuance to it whatsoever. Oh, frick. Yo. There's no way. There's no shot, bro. No, I don't. Oh my freaking goodness. I heard him cuckoo. That's it.
Where is Miss? Where is Miss?
Are you going to make a Wild Force picture? No, I won't.
I don't know. Is not in it's not in my plans at the moment, but maybe in the future if I have a good idea. The what? What are you on about? Insane. Good talk. Good talk. It'd be also nice to see you do a Mortal Kombat picture considering MK2 is about to be released. Yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat's cool. I'm not too big a fan of trying to draw like something that's trending if I don't really like want to draw it for real, for real. If I come up with a cool idea before MK2 drops, I might do it. I don't know. It doesn't really entice me to like try to keep up with trends. Maybe I should do it this way. I won't say it's bad. I will say it's weird. No, I can't stand you Brits because they didn't they didn't release that junk here, bro. I was so excited. I said, "No, bro." I was like, "Yay, let's watch Akira in IMAX." And it was like, "Yeah, it's only European." I said, "I will hurt someone. I will cause harm." That's usually what that movie does. It's just huh. Bro, the amount of times they got freaking the the amount of times they got snuck, bro, is so crazy. And it's nasty work, bro. And to find out it's because there was a mole, it was just like it's so funny because that show I understand why some people don't like the pacing of that show. Um and I kind of get it because like there are times where they're like, yeah, there's a mole, and they just do not talk about the mole for an extended period of time. You actually forget about the fact that there's an entire mole that caused all of these events to happen. These life altering freshman year moments of these kids' lives is because there's a mole. And you know, they kind of just mention it one time. They're like, yeah, we got a mole. And they just forget about it. And then one episode is like, oh yeah, there's the mole. What? It's like, oh yeah, there's the mole, by the way. Probably been the more boring stuff. Maybe like I don't know, like legal issues and um like yeah, maybe they get like they learn about contracts and things like that. I don't know. I don't really know how the legality of superheroes work in that world, but I'm sure they probably got smartened up about it. Mine was even less hours. I had gotten accepted into an internship that was an hour away from my house, but I was like, I don't think that one I don't think that 1 hour commute is worth. So I took the one that was 30 minutes. I think the one that was 30 minutes away was the one I took. That one felt a lot better. An hour commute is crazy. Africans is crazy. Nasty work. um, what was I gonna say? You know, a part. Do you know what part of Africa he's in, or is he just like doing a tour? Kenya, okay. What? What are you on about? Like just minerals, just in general, like just huh? Why is that linked to memory? Why is that linked to memory or recollection? Insane. What are you talking about, man? My name is. Dear God. Jeez. Not to my memory. I've seen people say, "Oh, isn't that the female version of your name?" And I'm like, because I know a lot of words in Arabic. The one with the A at the end. Yeah, because in Arabic, a lot of words are just feminine words once you add in like that the at the end of it. Frank. The one that went to Japan. Expedition. Well, my exact sentence. Uh-huh.
We're getting McDonald's again.
Huh?
We're getting McDonald's again.
About to go to the mess.
Crack Slim.
This man Teno said the New York Lakers. Funnily enough, there is the LA Dodgers, which I think used to be in New York. So there's that. What? How you know? What? Pure hatred. You what? Oh. Hmm. Oh, I, how does your county even have that much? how, do- how does your county have that much to just give away? Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to end the stream here. But thank you guys for watching. Uh, I will continue my process of this drawing tomorrow, inshallah, as they say. So until then, take care, everyone. Farewell. Bye bye. Bye bye.